I'm Anna Henry, and I'm the director of the Global Initiative to End All Corporal Punishment of Children. Welcome to this online course, Childhood Without Violence. My NGO, the Global Initiative, works worldwide to advocate for the full and comprehensive prohibition of all forms of corporal punishment against children, wherever those children are, whether it's in the home, in school, in daycare, or in institutions such as residential homes or the criminal justice setting for children. This course is so important. The first state ever worldwide to prohibit corporal punishment was Sweden in 1979. And in the years since then, 53 states worldwide have taken the step to fully prohibit corporal punishment for children in all settings. But in spite of this progress, nearly 300 million children between the ages of 2 and 4 years old regularly experience violent punishment from their caregiver. Peru took the really important step in 2015 to fully prohibit corporal punishment, and the law makes it really clear that no form of punishment, for whatever reason, is acceptable for children, wherever they are, whether it's in school or at home. This is a fantastic step, and Peru has joined a growing number of states worldwide to do this. But the law reform is just the first step in the process. It is so important to move on from passing that legislation to changing attitudes so that people understand that it's not acceptable to violently punish children. Corporal punishment didn't do me any harm is so often the attitude that people use when they're trying to defend the use of corporal punishment. That's why courses like this are so important, because we have to communicate to all parts of society, whether it's teachers, faith leaders, community leaders, or parents, why the law has been put in place and why it's so important that we work together to eradicate corporal punishment. Online courses can be a great way to get this message across. So can guidance, posters, leaflets, anything that can get the information as widely as possible to as many people in society so that everybody understands why the law is there. There are probably 3 really important messages to get across when telling people about the law. The first is the awful damage that corporal punishment does to children. It can cause physical harm, it can cause mental health problems, it can make them perform worse at school, it can make them aggressive, and it can make them learn that violence is acceptable. To a boy growing up in a household that sees violence, it can mean that domestic violence against women can be perpetuated in future generations. So it's so important that we also convey the message that corporal punishment is now illegal. In Sweden in the 70s, half of children were regularly hit. But since then, now, there's barely a few % of children that report being physically punished. That's the effect that the prohibition can have. And the final really important message to get across is that there are alternatives to violent punishment. There are positive models of discipline. There are ways in which children can be educated without violence. And this kind of course and online information and guidance and booklets can get that support out to parents and to teachers and to caregivers so that they understand that there are alternatives to violent punishment. So thank you so much for attending this important course, and please encourage others to join. If you want to find out more about the work of my organisation, we provide lots of information about the work to prevent corporal punishment, and you can go to our website and find out more about what we do. Thank you.